Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome back to Boxmining. Today we have some major developments on the cryptocurrency news front because Samsung, the guys who make smartphones, TVs, refrigerators, pretty much everything, well, they might be developing their own public-private blockchain with their own cryptocurrency, currently dubbed Samsung Coin. Now, this is huge for cryptocurrency adoption just because of how many users and people and the recognition they have. In fact, they can single-handedly get crypto into half of all Android phones. That's pretty insane, right? And also, Brave Ads has officially been released, and this really changes this whole dynamic of the browsing experience. So we're going to take a closer look at that. We also have Lightning Labs, their new wallets released, and that actually means a lot for crypto adoption. Before we start, I have a really cool clip to show you guys. This was sent to me by one of my friends in China, and it's a blockchain investment summit, so let's take a quick look. BitConnect! Yeah! Well, that's what's happening in China with the blockchain space. People are actually going to these conferences and learning about blockchain crypto investments. That definitely brings back some 2017 vibes right there. So definitely, to all those who think that crypto's dead in China, that's what's going on. And before we start with this video, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel by clicking the subscribe button and also the notification bell. YouTube changed their algorithm, so if you don't click that notification bell, you won't get notified of the newest crypto news when it's announced. And as always, everything covered here is my personal opinion, not financial advice. Let's get started. Let's start off with the cryptocurrency market recap. Oh, and before I forget, I got this. Check this out. New lighting. Ta-da! Hope you guys like it. If you guys love it or hate it, leave a comment down below. Now, talking about crypto crisis, nothing really much changed over the past few days. I did have some people asking me yesterday why crypto prices are dropping, especially after we talked about Bitcoin hitting the golden cross. Now, what I want to say is that crypto prices aren't immediately going to hit up. That's not what this whole market is about. There's going to be a lot of price discovery, lots of fluctuations. But what I do see is that there's a definitely increase in organic trade volume and also interest as well. And this is why I'm dollar cost averaging myself. So I kind of mitigate all this crazy fluctuations, but have a crypto holding in the end. So let's start off with the biggest news of the day, which is Samsung. They might be planning to create their own public mainnet and something called Samsung Coin. It appears to be based on Ethereum, and all this information is coming from anonymous sources in South Korea told to the CoinDesk Korea office. So a little bit on the rumor side, but it definitely makes sense in terms of what Samsung is doing. And if you pair it up with other recent announced news, that is, of course, Samsung is investing $2.9 million in cryptocurrency startup Ledger. Yeah, the guys who make the Ledger Nano S, they're getting a major investment from Samsung. Samsung is definitely making some huge moves in this space. And it makes sense for them because they know and see the power of blockchain technology. And what's also quite interesting is that they have their own payment network, Samsung Pay. So if they just link that up and enable people to buy fiat, that allows Samsung to be a huge player in the cryptocurrency space. Now, I do actually have the Samsung S10 phone right here. And what this phone has is a dedicated blockchain storage area. So it's called Samsung Blockchain Key Store. And one of the videos of this in action is over here. What this video shows is the Engine wallet directly interacting with the Samsung Blockchain Key Store. So essentially, you're having the power and convenience of being able to use the Engine wallet with its access to all ERC20 tokens, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. But you have additional protection offered by Samsung hardware that's in one of these phones. And if this is true that they're making their own Samsung Coin, they can be a major disruptor in terms of payments and also dApp space. And this is solid evidence that people are developing very strongly in this space, despite the fact that we're in a bear market. Next up, if you're up for a bit of humor, recently John McAfee said that he knows and vows to uncover the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. And this is actually reported by Bloomberg. I mean, come on, John. What are you going to tell us next? That God spoke to you and told you the top 10 coins to buy? Come on. Next bit of news is pretty cool. The Brave browser is updated to reward users for watching ads. So what happens is that normally ads are blocked, but occasionally, perhaps every hour, you can display 5 ads. And when you display those ads, you actually get rewarded. So normally if you're just browsing on Chrome or any other browser, those ads are shown and you get nothing. But with Brave browser, you actually get BAT earnings. Now, since it just started, I can't show you how much I get, but I'm really excited to show you the results once it's next month. Something that is also quite cool is that I'm a Brave verified publisher. So if you guys want to support this channel with Brave or any of your earnings that you get from these ads, or even some of the airdrops you get from the browser, check that out. You can go to boxmining.com and you can actually send a little tip for me. So if you guys want to support my channel. And if you have been donating already, I'd like to thank you guys really a lot for all that help that you've been providing. This really means a lot to me and it really helps whatever I'm doing. The last bit of update is the Lightning Network. So what is this whole thing all about and why is it so important? Why is it making me excited as well? Because the Lightning Network makes Bitcoin, the biggest coin with the biggest amount of liquidity and acceptance worldwide. Well, this makes it spendable on a daily basis. By connecting to the Lightning Network, you can spend Bitcoin with nearly instant confirmations and next to no fees. The issue before is that if you wanted to run Lightning and have custody over your funds, you have to run your own node, which took me around 7 hours to set up. I'm serious, it was pretty nasty. But with this new client, what they have is they're using something called Neutrino. So you don't have to synchronize the entire Bitcoin blockchain, which is around 500 gigabytes. Now I do have it set up here, so I just basically set it up for payment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a tutorial for setting this up and use it to send for some transactions to show you how it works and some of the strengths and limitations in a future video. Lastly as well, this is a little bit of alarming news, which is that Tether, they're creating 300 million USDT. So what does that mean? Well, technically, Tether can only create USDT when there are deposits, say real US dollars, going into their bank account. So they're not technically printing money per se, they're just kind of digitalizing those USD assets in their funds. So if you view it in the most optimistic way, you can say, yeah, people are coming into crypto, they're depositing money, real fiat, to buy cryptocurrencies. But the negative view of this is that you can also be a pessimist and say, did Tether really receive 300 million? Or are they just creating Tether out of thin air, creating this new cryptocurrency that they claim to be backed by the US dollar? Now, personally for me, what I find with Tether is that I don't want to trust anyone for creating currency or keeping US dollars. It is a very unregulated space and audits are really hard to perform. In fact, audits are never there's no formal audits released that USDT, that Tether has those US dollar funds in their bank account. So this is really important. I think in the long run, it's not good to have just one dominant stablecoin. I've been looking at a lot of other options, including Circle USDC, and also, more importantly, DAI. DAI based on Ethereum's maker DAO. It's a digital version of a USD stablecoin. And that's it for today's episode. And if you guys haven't checked it out, check out the Brave browser. If you download it with my link down below, not only do you support my channel, but you can experience a browser experience that's free from ads and also from trackers as well. So make sure you check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. See you guys next time.